So we all know by now that posting reels consistently on Instagram is pretty much the best way to grow on the platform in 2022. But the hardest part of that process is finding a way to quickly and efficiently create your reels and schedule them to make sure that you are posting them consistently and not having to take time out of your day every single day to create them. Because we know that's not reasonable, y'all, you got stuff to do. So, my friend, in this video, I'm going to show you how to create reels so that you can batch them ahead of time and schedule them so that you can post reels every day without actually having to create reels every day. So inside of this video, I've got 3 tutorials for you on the 3 most common types of reels. I'm gonna walk you through step by step, so if you're a beginner, this is going to be super helpful for you. I'm gonna show you exactly how to create these videos inside Reels. And I'm even gonna show you my hack for scheduling your reels so that you never forget to post a reel again. Sounds good? Well, let's get into it. Oh, and by the way, if you're new here, hi, my name's Katie, and I love to share tips and advice about social media and content creation, and really, I'm just here for you on your journey of becoming a content creator. So hit that subscribe button if that sounds good to you. And the first reel that I'm gonna show you how to make today is the classic Instagram aesthetic reel. It doesn't really matter what audio is paired with this because there are constantly new trending audios that are using the exact same approach to the video. So you can kind of copy and paste this strategy to whatever reel is trending at the moment. Speaking of that, the best way to find trending reels is to literally just start scrolling through your Instagram Reels feed. You can see right away in the bottom left-hand corner, there is that little arrow that indicates that this audio is trending. So once you've found an audio that's trending and that works with this sort of aesthetic, you're gonna go ahead and tap on that music's icon in the bottom right hand corner of the reel that you found, and it's going to open up this page which shows you all of the different reels that were created using that audio. So from there you're going to tap on use audio. It's going to pull up our Reels creator interface. Now, instead of actually recording anything, because of course for this trend the idea is to show a bunch of really quick photos and videos that sort of give an overall aesthetic or vibe. So the way we're gonna do that is actually by adding images and videos from our camera roll that we already took before creating this reel. And the way to do that is to press on this button in the bottom left-hand corner to allow you to upload photos and videos from your camera roll. So for this one, I'm actually going to switch from recents to my album of van life photos because I decided for this I want to do like a van life vibes kind of take on the trend. So to be able to select multiple photos and videos, you're going to tap on that multi-select button in the top right hand corner, and you'll see that there's now these little circles by each of the photos and videos that you can choose. So that's going to indicate whether or not they're selected. So I'm just going to go ahead and select a bunch of photos that I want to use for this trend. Now, a quick tip if you want to make sure that your landscape or square photos are scaled up to actually fill the entire screen so there aren't like black bars somewhere randomly like in your video, you're gonna have to actually add those photos individually. So for example, if I would choose like this picture, you can see it doesn't fill the screen right now, but if I tap on scale, now I've got a fully vertical image. So then I can click add, and then I can just press that plus button again in the bottom right hand corner and keep going. Okay, so I've added enough photos and videos to reach the recording limit, which you can kind of see across the top here, like the entire bar is full. So I'm gonna go ahead and tap on preview, and it's gonna show us basically the default showing the full length clips of each of these. So to make them all really short and like fast moving, what we're gonna do is go to edit clips. Now we're gonna go into each clip individually and set the length. And this also is your opportunity to reorder clips if you want them to show up in a different order, which I actually think I do. So I'm gonna tap on reorder before I even start, and I am going to select the current clip that we're watching. Okay, and make that first. And then I'm going to put all of these photos together. So you can see if you just tap and drag, you can switch the position of the clip or the photo. And then when I'm happy with the order, I'll tap on done. And now I'm gonna tap on each clip and adjust the length or, you know, select the section that I want to show. For a lot of these trends, you're probably gonna wanna change the image length to somewhere between 0.5 and 0.7 seconds long. So I'm gonna do that. And of course, if you want to throw some video clips in there, you can always feel free to ignore that like 0.5 second rule and just move the sliders along while you're listening to the music to kind of determine where it would be a good point to switch from clip to clip. Once you've gone through and set the length of every clip to what you're looking for, you're just gonna press done. And now you can watch back your reel and make sure that it sounds and looks good to the music. Perfect, so now that we're happy with our reel, we're just gonna press next. And what I'm gonna advise you to do is save this as a draft, because later on in the video, I'm gonna show you my little trick for scheduling reels, and you're gonna want them all to live inside your drafts. So I'm gonna go ahead and press save as draft. And that's how to create one of those cute Instagram aesthetic reels. Next up, I'm gonna show you how to do a classic transition reel. Now for this, there are a few pieces of supplies that might be helpful for your creation process, and that is a tripod and a little phone mount for your tripod. So the reason why this is a lot easier is because you can choose whatever backdrop, whatever location you want. If you don't have this, it's not impossible. It just means that you might need like a stack of books or a chair or something that you can lean your phone up against, because you're not gonna be holding your phone to record this, obviously. So I recommend a tripod and a phone mount like this. I'll link these in the description if you wanna just like grab them off Amazon. They're pretty affordable, and it just makes content creation so much easier. Okay, so for this example, I'm gonna show you a few basic transitions, because we all know that really quick and visual transitions, whether it's from one makeup look to another or one outfit to another, is a really great way to grab the attention of your viewers on Reels. So I've got my phone set up just outside of the frame here, and I'm gonna show you how I record some transitions between different outfits. Okay, so I'm gonna put my phone screen here so you can see what I'm doing. The first step to any good transitions video is like establishing the part A, right? Like if you don't show that long enough, then it's not gonna be interesting if you change too quickly, right? So I'm gonna start with a clip just in this outfit, and later on when we're editing, I'm gonna put text on the screen that will like explain the concept for the video. So I'm gonna go over here. So I'm gonna start by tapping on this little timer icon right here so we can set how long we want the music to go for. So I'm gonna let it roll for 1.5 seconds, and then right as that section of audio is ending, I'm gonna hop so that in my next outfit I can land. So I'm gonna tap on set timer. So you'll see that it goes kind of back to the regular screen, except for we have this little highlighted section over the timer to let you know that that timer is set. So what we're gonna do now is kind of figure out our positioning, and then I'll just tap on the button at the very bottom here, and that will actually start our 3-second countdown. So I'm gonna turn up the volume on my phone so I can make sure I can hear the music and know when to start my little hop, and then I'm gonna press the record button and wait for that timer to count down. Okay, so we're gonna hope that looks okay. So the way that you can make your transitions really smooth is actually before I go ahead and record the next one, I am going to edit the clip. So basically I'm gonna go ahead and go to preview. And I wanna make sure that I am pretty much like midair when the clip stops. And I was pretty close to just doing that my own timing, but this is how you would adjust it to make sure that you actually are midair when that clip stops. So I'll go back to all clips, we'll go done, and then we're gonna go back and then record our next clip. Now obviously for the next clip, I need to be in a different outfit, so we're gonna get changed. Okay, and we're back. Here's the look. Just got this jacket, I love it. And I'm just gonna put on some shoes because whenever I do these like outfit videos, honestly, I would much rather just not wear shoes, but I feel like it completes it, so we'll do it. Now that we've gotten our new outfit, the next step is going to be going back to the timer again and setting the point where we basically want to change into the next outfit. So I'm gonna open up the timer, listen to the music, and choose a good point that would feel really exciting to transition at. So now that I've got my timer point set, what I'm going to do to make sure that I'm lined up with where I was at the end of the last clip is I'm gonna use this button at the bottom that allows me to line myself up. So it's called Align, and you can see that it does this kind of half like transparent version of the last clip, like the last frame of the last clip. So I can line myself up kind of with where I was standing. And then when I do my hop, it'll look even more realistic, as if I really did just change my outfit in midair. So I love this tool for doing transitions. If you haven't used this before, you need to get on it because it's so helpful. So I'm just gonna kind of look where I was. Okay, and then I'm gonna press the timer. Okay, so I kind of went through that really fast, but in my head beforehand, I knew that I wanted my next transition pose to be just like kind of showing my shoes. So went up like this, and I'm gonna change outfits, and I'll start my next clip like this as well, and I'll use the Align tool to make sure that looks good. But before we do that, I'm just gonna preview this clip, see how it looks. Okay, so obviously that didn't line up perfectly, right? So what I'm gonna do is hit Edit Clips, and I'll tap the second clip, and what I'm gonna do is drag the bar so that, again, I'm like actually midair when the clip starts. And then we'll go back to all clips and see how that looks. See, the thing about this is now that I've trimmed off the beginning of that clip, it means that it's going to end sort of at a point that's later than I would have really wanted. It's not gonna line up with the original point in the music that I selected. So I might just have to record it again, but we'll see how it looks. So I think I've decided that there isn't enough length to that clip, so I'm actually just gonna try it again. This is a very normal part of the process when it comes to making transitions reels. So if you feel like you find yourself having to do it over and over again, don't stress, we all do. So I'm just gonna go back to Edit Clips, and I'm going to delete this one. And then I'm gonna click Done, and we will just record again. And I'm gonna hit the timer button and set my time and do it all again. So that time I think that I actually went for my transition before the end of the audio, which is okay. So I'm gonna go back and do some trimming and get ready to shoot the next clip. So let's take a look at it. So again, same issue. I didn't jump quite as soon as I should have. That's all right. Because I filmed a longer clip this time, we have a little bit more flexibility with the music. So I'm gonna trim off the beginning of my jump, trim off the end so that I'm not like stuck in my transition pose for a long time. And then we'll see if that looks okay. Okay, so after my trimming, I think I'm happy with that. So we're gonna go ahead and change into our next outfit and record the next transition. So once again, I am going to use the timer tool to choose the time of the music that I want to record this outfit for. And I'm gonna use the Align tool to make sure that I am perfectly lined up with where I was at the end of the last clip. Okay, so before I hit the timer, I'm just gonna like see roughly where I need to be so I kind of know where to run to. So was I closer to the camera? Sometimes it's hard to tell. I think about there is good. Okay, so I'll just kind of look at where I need to move to so I can get there quickly. And timer. Okay, I know I'm gonna have to redo that because I was off balance, but we'll just check it to see. Yeah, that's so awkward. So we're just gonna delete that clip and do it again. So I'll go edit clips, delete, done. Click the back button, do our timer again. Okay, now we'll check that, see how that looked. That was much better. I'm really happy with how that looked. I feel like that was like a quite natural transition. So now I know what my pose is. We did this one so quick, and gonna change outfits again. And we'll be ready to film our last clip. Cute. Okay, so timer, align tool, get in position. You know the drill by now. One quick tip, I know this whole time I've been just running around like a crazy person and leaving the timer on 3 seconds, mostly just because I'm really impatient, but I did just flip. I did just switch it over to 10 seconds to give myself a little bit more time to get into position. So I would recommend that. Like, there's no reason to rush with the 3-second one. You can just set it to 10 seconds and it's easier. See, now I've got a full 10 seconds to Okay, let's see if that looks good. I don't know. Okay, cute. Surprisingly, I'm actually happy with that. I think we captured that nicely on the first try. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna get back into my regular outfit and we're gonna go sit on the couch together and I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna add text to this baby and save it as a draft, okay? Woohoo! Okay friends, we got through that transition filming together. So I'm just gonna add a few extra little details of text to this one. So the inspiration for this whole video was to do kind of like my favorite sage green outfits because it's one of my favorite colors. So I think what I'm gonna add as like a little title to this is size 16 outfit inspo, and we'll make it maybe this font, and then actually I'm gonna do it like this, and then I'm gonna add some more text that says category is, and then I'm gonna go sage green, and I'm just gonna add a little plant emoji because I think that would be cute. Okay, so I'm gonna make it that color and then actually make this one green. Now, to change the timing of your text, you're just gonna tap on this little gray like icon for it and you'll see that a timeline shows up. So I'm gonna make it so that it just kind of goes until the transition. So now I'm just gonna watch it back and make sure that that's not too short to read. Okay, I'm actually happy with that, and I think I'm gonna make the category is show up just like a second later, just to kind of like, I don't know, move the story along a little bit better. So nice, all these transitions are still looking good. It's so satisfying to watch back your transitions when you get it right. Okay, so it starts with size 16 outfit inspo, category is sage green. Okay, I actually think I could make that be a little bit shorter. Okay, perfect. All right, and I think that's all I'm gonna add in terms of text to this one because the visuals really speak for themselves. So I'll just click next. And what I'm gonna do is save this as a draft. The last reel that I'm gonna show you how to do today is another really popular format, and that is what I would call like a listicle or just like a Reels list. Basically, it's just the idea that you're gonna show like a numbered amount of points that, you know, either give information or encourage someone. And there's usually a trend that goes along with this. Sometimes it's like actually saying numbers, or it might just be like you show the text on the beat or something like that. So for this one, the current trend that I'm gonna use is Mambo number 5. And the reason I even say that is because I know I can explain it to you without actually having to use copyrighted music, so you get the sense of it without me getting content ID'd up on here. The part of the song that's currently trending is where he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, is content ID gonna get me for that? Anyway, you get the idea. So what I'm gonna basically do is just record myself dancing a little bit, and then we're gonna make the text pop up on the screen as, you know, I sing those numbers, or I lip sync to those numbers. So my little trick for saving audios and using them later is I actually found this audio when just scrolling on the Reels feed, and then I sent it to myself. So now I'm just gonna pull that up in my little message thread and then click on the try it button on the bottom right-hand corner here. So now that we've got our audio pulled up, I'm just gonna use the timer again. Oh, and it looks like we've got this cute filter going. Sometimes Instagram does that. If you like use the same audio as somebody else, it'll apply that filter. So anyway, let's get it. That was fine, but I feel like I could turn it up a notch. So we're gonna try one more time. I'd say I'm good with that. Okay, looks good. So let's keep this open, and we're gonna move over to my little green chair, and I'll show you how we're gonna set the audio timing. Oh, hey, look at that, we're back to home base. Okay, so I'm opening up the reel that I just edited, and of course we're just watching it play back on loop. So same strategy as before. I'm gonna start typing out basically the points that I'm trying to get across with this video. So for this reel, I thought I would make it about how to post consistently on Instagram. And I always like to grab colors from the video itself, so I'll just use that dropper tool to make the text, or the background of the text, the same color as my overalls. Okay, I feel like that's a good placement, and I'm just gonna start typing out all of my points. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put them all on the screen, and then we'll worry about the timing after the fact. And you can kind of see as I'm going here, I'm just placing them vaguely where I think they're gonna end up. And when I actually go to do the timing, then I'll make sure that I'm positioning them so that when I point, they actually show up in the right spot. Okay, so now that I've got all my text typed out, we're gonna go through those little bubbles at the bottom of the screen and adjust the timing for each of them separately. So I'm gonna listen to the music and make sure that the music and my pointing and all that stuff lines up with when the text pops up. Okay, perfect. So I'm happy with the timing. I think everything is lining up well. And again, it's just a matter of going back in, tapping on your bubble, moving it around. I really like when you kind of tap and hold, you can see that we have like some guides show up. So if you get too close to the bottom or top, it'll kind of show you where the caption is going to be. And that's really helpful to making sure that your text doesn't get cut off. Another thing you can do instead of having to just watch it loop over and over again is you can grab this little white bar and actually scrub along the bottom here. So then you can kind of skip to where you need to be to make sure, okay, I'm lining things up where they all should be. It just kind of is a quicker way of double checking your work rather than having to just like watch it in real time over and over again. Okay, so I'm gonna hit done here, and I am gonna go ahead and press next and save as draft. To finish this whole process off, I've come back to the desk, we've got our laptop out, we are going to schedule these reels. So the way that I like to do this is by storing all of our reels just inside our drafts. Like I've been showing you all along, we're finishing those reels off and then just saving them to drafts. Now, what I normally like to do, which I'll just be real with you, I forgot to do in this video because I've been kind of rushing through, but normally when I'm in each position, like posing next to my snake plant to do my little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 video, or when I'm changing into all these different outfits, all that stuff, I would normally like to grab a still image so that I have something really nice for a cover for my reel. So actually, as you saw in this video that I posted like a few weeks ago, I do that normally when I'm batching. So I kind of film the reel, then I take a still image. So I didn't do that today. So if you're like me and you sometimes forget to do that part of the process, what you can do is just go back and watch your reel and pretty much just take a screenshot of it that you can use for your cover. Or you can download it and then like take a screenshot so that you make sure that you don't have any of the like Reels editor UI in it. So I'll just show you quickly how to do that. So basically just from my profile here, we're gonna tap on the Reels feed, and then I'm just gonna go into my drafts. And let's just do, you know, like our outfit inspo one as an example. So I'm just gonna tap on edit. And what I'm gonna do is actually just download it. Now it'll tell me that there's not gonna be any audio. That's fine for these purposes, so it's fine. So I saved it. We'll go to next. Now what I'm gonna do is pop out of Instagram and we're gonna go over to my photos. So you'll see that we've just saved this reel. So what I can do is pause it and then kind of tap into the video here and like scrub along the timeline and just pick a spot, you know, which outfit do I kind of want to show? Let's say this one. So once I found a still that I like, I'll just tap on the screen again and that will kind of like get rid of the player stuff. And then I'm just gonna take a screenshot and then I will open up that screenshot, press edit, and use the little crop tool here to crop out the black bars, and then click done. And what I can do from this point too, if I want, is I can edit this screenshot in Lightroom to make sure that it fits with my like grid aesthetic. I can do any of that stuff. Okay, so as you can see, here we are in later. I've got those images that I just screenshotted, like created in my media library here. And so what I want to do is, let's go ahead to a time where I don't have anything scheduled yet so you can really see it. So if I was starting to schedule this stuff for the first week of March here, what I would do is just click and drag this image onto the day that I want it to go live on. You can see that it's showing that it's too tall for Instagram, but that is okay because we are not trying to post this as a grid photo. This is going to be the cover for our reel. So I'm gonna switch this from auto publish to send notification, and then I can write my caption right there. And then basically just hit save. And that's all there is to it when it comes to the scheduling end. What you need to know that is important is when it comes time to actually post it, the process that we're gonna use. So for the sake of this example, I've just scheduled that later post for right now so I can show you what it looks like to actually go ahead and post a reel from a later notification. Okay, so we've got the notification from later for that post that we just scheduled. So I'm gonna tap on that and it opens up the later app. So you can see that we've got the caption that I just wrote and our cover image all right here. So I'm gonna tap on open in Instagram and it's going to automatically bring me to this page where I can choose either story or feed. And we're gonna say, no, not today, neither. I'm just gonna press that little X and then I'm gonna go over to my profile here and navigate to the Reels page. I'm gonna go into my drafts and I'm going to select the video that I know this cover image is for. Now what I can do is tap on the word cover and I'm gonna add from camera roll and I'm gonna use that image that later just automatically saved to my camera roll. Then I'm gonna tap done and then I'm going to paste in that caption that I wrote from later. Obviously this is just a sample one. And then from there, I can crop my profile image, like make sure that I like how it's gonna look on my grid. I can tag people if I want, all that stuff. Then I'm just gonna basically tap share and it's gonna show up on my feed as well as in my Reels feed. And that is how you can basically set yourself reminders to post your Reels. I know it's not auto publishing, but right now there is not a way, even through Instagram's like internal tools, to schedule Reels. So this is the next best thing. And I really like that you're able to like basically keep your cover images organized this way and your captions. I just think it's a really great way to stay consistent and make sure that the quality of your Reels is all top notch. All right, friends, thank you for sticking with me through this long video. I hope you found it helpful and that I've given you some tools to create some of the most popular types of reels on the platform right now. Again, if you want to see how I batch all of my Instagram content basically in one day, then check out this video. It includes reels as well as still images for the feed, captions, and all of that stuff. So go check that out if you haven't seen it yet. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you are having adventures and following your dreams, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.